Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? My name's TJ McKenzie with Marshall's Marine, and today we are going to be showing you this beautiful 2025 Skeeter ZXR20. I hope you're as excited as I am because we're going to jump right into it. Let's go. As always, starting with the horses, we have the Yamaha 250 SHO super high output. That is the VMAX, sitting on a 12-inch Atlas hydraulic jack plate made by TH Marine that comes standard on all of your ZXR, FXR, anything with an R on the end of it model. Bolted to that is our 8-foot Minn Kota Raptors. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into all the details. Don't you worry. You know, Minn Kota, Humminbird, and you can, get everything to the motor. You can always make this a one boat network. Your Raptors can connect with your trolling motor, which can connect to your graphs, and all of the above. Moving forward, we have our Skeeter handrail right here to use with your ladder getting in and out the boat if you do fall out or if you jump in the lake and just want to go swimming. We have our beautiful Skeeter badging with our ZXR FXR design that is on all of the R models. This boat is a 20-foot boat and it is sitting on a Skeeter built trailer. Skeeter builds all of their trailers and they do so perfectly and puts their little Skeeter touches on everything that they do. You have the Skeeter logo, the Skeeter badging and the ZXR badging on this trailer with lights behind it. So as long as your running lights are on with the your truck, then it will turn these on and you can always see those badgings light up at night. Moving up to the front, so we do have all of the wheels and tires match, which is pretty self-explanatory, but we do have a spare that matches as well, which is mounted perfectly right up here towards the tongue. Standard jack, but here is your Skeeter swing away tongue right here. If you didn't measure that garage quite perfectly, or if you just needed that little extra foot or so, we can use our swing away tongue right here and get it into those tight places, close the garage door. And or when I travel across the country, I always pull my pin and keep it in my truck if it's at a hotel or Airbnb or something. Pretty good way to keep the thieves from stealing the boat. So one of my favorite features of the Skeeter trailer, I don't even know what you would call this or what the proper scientific term for it is, but it makes it super easy when you're putting it on the trailer hitch on the back of the truck. You just drop it on there and it goes up and down and latches on there automatically and you don't have to worry about it. So, last thing, come on Clay, our steps. Yes, Skeeter steps come on all Skeeter made boats. Easy access in and out of the boat. Well, since I'm already in the boat, I'm not getting out. So y'all come on in here and we'll get into all of the things that make Skeeter boats, I'll just say that. Start in the back of the boat, move our way forward. You know the deal here, people. So we have plenty of storage for batteries. I think we can fit up to 5 batteries right here. They've included an extra battery tray. It's not a hidden secret. Electronics are taking charge. I'm just gonna leave it right there. We're not gonna get into all that. If y'all wanna see an episode on my personal opinions with electronics in the bass fishing industry, y'all can drop a comment, but we'll leave it at that. Electronics are taking charge, so we got an extra tray in here for electronics batteries if needed. We have a 5-bank Minn Kota precision charger in here. We have our our Minn Kota Raptor pumps and our main battery switch right here in the back. Super easy access to all needs. All needs. I don't know if y'all remember the old Skeeters. It had the one lid that it lifted open in the middle. You'd have to unscrew everything when it come to, you know, pulling batteries out, putting new batteries in. Nope. One latch, one turn, one lift, one pull, batteries out. Another thing with your Skeeter ZXRs, we have our bilge compartment right here. There are 2 pumps for your live wells. You get a recirculate pump, and then you get a pump in and pump out pump for these massive live wells right here, which we're gonna get into right now. So we have 2 live wells for all of these giant bass that we're gonna store in here. But a cool thing that that I personally do, I'm not sure if Skeeter meant this to do this or not, I create a little bass cage right here. You know, there's a lot of spotted bass lakes in South Carolina. Them things are crazy, they're on crack, I swear to you, they're on crack. So create a little bass cage right here, allows you to not only cull the right fish, but take your time as well, because you're not scared that fish are gonna jump out. Also in these live wells, for a little extra peace of mind, we do have the TH Marine oxygenator built in. If you look in your live wells and see a little bit, it almost looks like smoke's coming out of it. That's just those super fine bubbles of oxygen, and it's working. So your fish are gonna be even on more crack because they're full of energy. And then behind the driver and passenger seat, we have plenty of storage options with lights built into it. Every compartment has lights in them, and that's one thing that just makes Skeeter Skeeter. They just go the little extra step, put drainage holes in everything, and dry dock, we'll talk about that here in a second, but dry dock goes to these back compartments as well, and there's lights in those. All right, Clay, jump on in here and let's talk about the floor of the boat all the way up to the front deck. All right, sitting in the driver's seat of the boat. Look, everyone sees the videos of the big bass. Everyone sees the videos of them setting the hook. It starts right here. This is where it starts. You gotta put in the time behind your electronics. You gotta find the brush piles, cane piles, ledges, all the above, looking right here at your Helix 12, all right? So I'm gonna start at the floor and work our way up of what the view is gonna be when you're putting in that work, all right? We got our TH Marine hot foot right here. This is, you know, easy way to direct the throttle, control the throttle of the motor. We don't have to use our throttle control right here. We can just use our hot foot just like a gas pedal in a car. All right, then we have our actual throttle that puts it in our gear shifter, really, drive, neutral, reverse. Then we have our whole control panel right here. We have horn, navigation, all of our nav lights around, courtesy lights, which is all of the lights on the inside of the boat. Then port are all of our recirculate pumps and fill pumps for our live well, and then our bilge main power. Quick rundown of that. Easy access to our Raptor switch right here. Now this is a cool switch because you can pull it out, walk around with it, or lock it into place right there as well. All right, I did mention this has a 12-inch hydraulic jack plate. This is where you see where it's at, the level it's at. It goes up 12 inches, but it only goes 1 to 20 on your control right here. Turning around, we have, Clay will get some B-roll of this right here, but we have our oxygenator, our OxyMax is what it's labeled right here. That's the little oxygen bubbles in the live well. And then our dry dock. The dry dock is a fan. It shoots air through all the compartments to dry them out. All right, then we have our open and close right here for the live well plug. Not the boat plug, live well plug to let water in and out. Now to the fun stuff. So we can watch our RPMs, all of our gauges for gas and voltage and everything. Moving up behind our steering wheel, we have the how to trim our motor up and down, blinker trim switches, and for our jack plate as well. But then we have our Humminbird Helix 12 right here. And this is where you're gonna be putting in a lot of work, side imaging, down imaging, 2D sonar, Plenty of screen for all you need to do. You can run split screens on all those as well. But that's where you're gonna be putting in the work, finding all those big bass. Clay, if you wanna come down right here, we have our cooler. Right here, easy access when you're idling in the summertime looking for those offshore ledges. Reach in here, get some Gatorade, Powerade, water, whatever your personal preference is. Easy seat right here. It is padded, so if you do have 3 people, someone can sit right here. We have a step, and then cup holders all throughout this, all throughout the floor of the boat and right here as well. Then we have our co-angler passenger seat right here with extra rod storage as well. So that was pretty quick. Me and Clay are gonna switch and we're gonna go onto the front deck of the boat. All right, so we've transitioned into the final and one of the best parts of the boat. You've unloaded it off the Skeeter trailer, you put in the work behind your electronics. Now we can get onto the front deck and actually have some fun. All right, so you're moving onto the front deck. We've got a 3-tier step system right here. That just sounded really good. I kind of just made that up on the fly, but that's what we're gonna call it. So we got 3 easy steps to get onto the front deck. Now, what we're gonna do is, we're never gonna use this, okay? A lot of the lakes is 14 inches. I know Kentucky Lake somewhere in the country, you know, there's, you know, smallmouth have to be 16 to 18. We're gonna catch fish so big, we're never gonna have to pull this out, all right? But here's our Skeeter ruler. Easy access right there. We have our, I call this dry storage, my dry box. You know, cell phones, keys, wallets. We have all of our Raptors, and for our Minn Kota trolling motor, our Minn Kota Quest up at the front. And then we have some slotted storage right here to put pliers, scissors, you know, split ring pliers, anything we might need. Maybe some wire cutters if get a little hook in there, but that's not gonna happen either. We're not even gonna talk about that. All right, so moving up, we have our famous Skeeter day box. It's got the trays with the grooves in it, so you can put spinner baits in there, but just baits you're using the day, baits that you cut off during the day, you can just throw them in there. It's a nice, easy place for them instead of throwing them into the bottom of the boat. So one thing Skeeter's known for as well. Now, let's get to the good stuff. We have our rod storage. Now we do have the mega tube up front, no more little individual holes that we're gonna be hitting eyes of the guides of our rods and breaking those off. And then we have 2 levels right here with straps that we can set the rods on and secure them as well. I've put a lot of rods in these Skeeter rod lockers, so the number of rods, you can only catch a fish on 1 rod at a time. I know it's cliche, but you only catch fish on 1 rod at a time. So you got plenty of rods with plenty of different baits that you can throw in there. This one I just use for general storage. It does have a mega rod tube up front, so that way we can put a bunch of rods in there if needed. But I use this for general storage. It has my electronics black boxes in there. The Mega Live doesn't have a black box. It just goes straight through the units in their processing system. But you know, it also has the multi-tier levels for rod storage and to keep those secure as well while you're going down the lake or down the road. And then, you ready? Our tackle storage system. So all Skeeter boats come with the tackle boxes already for you, so that way you don't have to go out and purchase them yourself. And then you can take all of these out, and the individual, I guess you just call them dividers, go in between each rod or tackle box as well. People use Ziploc bags, bait bags for soft plastics, or there are some tackle boxes that fit on each side right there, depending on how much tackle you have. But so versatile. This boat's so versatile, and you can pretty much customize it whichever way you like. All right, come on, Clay. Come up here, come up here, come up here. the boat just got off pad. We're gonna come up here, grab that, throw our Minn Kota Quest in the water. This is your 112 36 volt with a 45-inch shaft. Minn Kota Quest. This is one of the keys to the One Boat Network. It connects to your Humminbirds and your Raptors up front. And we're gonna be looking at our Helix 9 right here to, you know, see what the mega down imaging and mega side imaging is coming off the foot of our trolling motor. And then if you want to put more graphs up here, you have the cable clip that will cover all that for you. Our standard Minn Kota Quest foot pedal, very similar to the Minn Kota Ultrex. This is just a One Boat Network button, so you can customize it to put your Raptors down, head north. It can drop a waypoint. Again, built this boat to be versatile, so that way you can customize it and make it your own. We have some switches up here to turn your navigation light on and your trim. We do have an accessory plug right here, cigarette lighter, so that way you can plug and charge your phone or GoPros, whichever you'd like. And then our port and starboard navigation lights up at the front. We have plenty of room up here. Clay's standing towards the back. This is a 20-foot boat, but it's just spacious. You know, it's plenty of room. You don't have to worry about stepping on rods. You got plenty of room to move around. You got your Skeeter butt seat to lean on. Skeeter badging. There's just so much. I'm trying to make sure that I touched on everything. Oh, all right, so these are Skeeter straps, but y'all know Skeeter's famous for their straps. I don't have to talk about that, the rod straps. But these are your cleats. These are all around the boat, and they're low profile, I guess you would call it. But when you push this little lever right here, it flips the cleat up for you. Stays low profile, but when you need it, you can pop it out. All right. I think I touched on everything. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all enjoyed the t-shirt giveaway from last month. I hope some of y'all took advantage of that. If that was something that y'all enjoyed, let us know. We'll try to think of another giveaway. I don't know, I gotta talk to the higher ups. Maybe it might be another t-shirt, some hats, who knows? But we'll figure something out if that's something that y'all wanna do. Let us know down in the comments. But this was a walkthrough of your 2025 Skeeter ZXR20. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy it. Clay and I enjoy putting these videos out for you. So stay tuned for the next one, coming out every week at you. So we'll see y'all soon on the next video.